Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in the last episode, we saw how Ju-kyung goes to the comic store and ends up arguing over a book with a guy, only to realize he's none other than Suho. This episode starts with Ju-kyung hoping him to not recognize her since she is barefaced without any makeup. She gives the book back to him and tries to run off from there, but the owner stops her asking her to eat the special noodles he got for her. When she refuses, he pressurizes her that they met after so long and that she should have some before going. Ju-kyung gives in and eats the noodles quickly. She drinks the juice kept there on the table. Suho comes and sits next to her and says it was his juice. She says she will buy him a new one. She asks if he is from the same neighborhood, to which he replies no. She goes home and complains to her brother that because of him, she was almost got caught by her classmate. He questions her how long she's going to hide her true identity. She might get caught one day or the other. Suho is lost in thought that how come he met the same girl again here in the store whom he tried to stop from committing suicide previously. He asks the owner about the girl. He says, "Don't you know this girl? Her name is Jubal. She used to stay here long time back." The next day, Ju-kyung applies makeup hoping not to get caught like yesterday. She is about to leave for school with her sister when some ladies ask her mother that besides her two daughters, did she have another daughter who is this pretty? Ju-kyung feels proud and happy that the ladies failed to recognize her and that her disguise is a success. She goes to the school and Suho crosses path with her. She wonders how come he didn't say anything or acknowledge her. After dropping Ju-kyung to school, her sister orders a coffee in the nearby cafe. She notices a man playing with a kid and instantly falls for him. Ju-kyung is buying cosmetics when she notices the bullies from her old school. She runs away scared from there in order to avoid them. In the next scene, a biker guy is chased by some people. He accidentally collides with Ju-kyung. She gets worried and asks if he's alright. He removes his helmet and this is our second lead, Han So-jun. He notices the guy running towards him and in a hurry he throws the helmet and runs off. They gang upon So-jun and throw punch at him when suddenly they hear the siren of the cop's car and quickly disperse from the sight. In reality, it was Ju-kyung who turns on the siren sound. So-jun confronts her but she runs away along with his helmet without realizing. At home, Ju-kyung's mother is watching an interview of Hallyu star Lee Ju-hoon, who is none other than Suho's father. Suho's father goes to the taekwondo center. He says he missed him, so he returned to Korea. His father asks him for a friendly fight, but Suho refuses, saying he is not interested. But his father throws a punch at him. Suho tries to defend him when he has a flashback. His mother is lying on a hospital bed and doctors are trying to save her. And he notices his father with another woman in his bedroom. He gets angry and fights aggressively with him. His father loses the fight and asks Suho to go with him, but he refuses. Ju-kyung looks at the mirror. Her skin is damaged because of the makeup. She applies some face mask when her brother comes to her room and asks her to return the book to the bookshop owner. She refuses but finally gives in when he threatens her with a bare-faced photo he took. She goes to the shop and asks the owner if Suho is in there. He replies that Suho only visits on the weekends and asks her for a favor to look after the shop for some time. Ju-kyung is standing on a stool going through some books on the upper shelf. She finds some cards which she used to collect as kids. She keeps it in exchange for looking after the store. Suho comes to the shop and Ju-kyung is shocked to see him. He asks her to get him some books but she tries to avoid him. He says, "I know that you know me." She slips from the stool hearing that, but luckily Suho holds her in his arms. The owner comes at that moment and thanks her for looking after the shop. Ju-kyung is confused why he said that. Finally, she concludes that he knows about her true identity, that she applies makeup to the school. Actually, Suho was talking about her trying to commit suicide, but she misunderstands him. She goes to him and finally asks him to not reveal the secret to anyone and to sign a confidentiality agreement. He asks her how come she copied everything from the book called The Hell Duty. She is surprised as that is a very classic book and not many people know about it. She says that more than that book, she likes the author's previous work and both of them at the same time say The Cursed Mask. Ju-kyung explains that she loves the book and has a signed copy of the first edition. He is elated to hear that and says that he has been looking for the first edition for years. He then asks her what should he do for her to give him the book. Ju-kyung makes him sign the agreement and asks him to buy some snacks for her. She then forces Suho to have some noodles. When she asks him if he's enjoying it, he says he does like it since it's his first meal on his birthday. She feels bad for him that he has to celebrate his birthday alone. She then tells him that she will give the book to him on Monday. She then gives him the card she found in the book previously and says, "This is a 20-year-old rare item. I'm gifting it to you since it's your birthday." Suho then goes home and keeps thinking about her. He then sticks the sticker from the card she gave on his lamp. Next day, Ju-kyung writes a thank you note to Suho for keeping her identity a secret. She sticks it on the cursed mask book and puts it in a bag along with Suho's coat. She takes the bus the next day to go to the school. She dozes off when the man sitting next to her takes her inappropriate pics. Kang Soo-jin notices it and confronts him. He gets down from the bus and tries to escape, but Kang Soo-jin follows him and throws her bag on him. She calls the cops and gets him arrested. Ju-kyung thanks her and says she wishes to have a boyfriend just like her. Ju-kyung is then walking towards the school when one of her friends asks her for her old pictures. She says she doesn't have any. Suho then comes from behind and asks Ju-kyung to move as the girls are blocking the way. She wonders why is he acting in such a way. He was talking nicely yesterday, but what went wrong with him? A bike crosses past her at top speed right then. The biker removes his helmet and it's Han Soo-jun. Ju-kyung is shocked to see him and remembers that she still has his helmet. Her friends tell her that there are two charming boys in the school, one is Suho and the other is Sojun, and that they used to be best friends but they somehow fell apart. The homeroom teacher introduced Han Soo-jun to the class and that he has joined back school. Han Soo-jun asks Ju-kyung, who is sitting at his place, to move to the empty seat next to Suho. Teacher interferes that she has poor eyesight, so finally he makes another guy get up from his seat and sits there. He keeps on wondering to have seen this girl, that is Ju-kyung, somewhere but fails to recognize her. Now Ju-kyung smiles looking at Suho, but he still looks confused. Kang Soo-jin informs Suho that the English teacher is looking for him. Ju-kyung questions her friend how come Suho only talks to Kang Soo-jin. She explains that they are good friends and have known each other for years. Ju-kyung asks her friend about Han Soo-jin. They say that he is a scary guy. There's a rumor that he took a break from school because he beat a student very badly. She gets worried about how to return his helmet, but Kang Soo-jin says she heard he took break from school because of some family reasons. She goes to Suho and asks him to meet her at the rooftop. He goes there and scolds her for her behavior. Ju-kyung gives him the bag containing the book and his coat. She asks him, "We have met already. Have you forgotten?" He questions her, "When did we meet? I have not even seen you." He then leaves from there. Ju-kyung is confused and doesn't understand why he failed to recognize her and what exactly is the secret Suho agreed to keep then. She remembers about the book and the letter she gave him. She quickly runs behind him and snatches the bag from him, saying she will return it the next day. Now teacher assigns students topics for group project and asks them to present it. Ju-kyung is put with Suho as a team and her friends are put up with Sojun. At home, Ju-kyung's sister inquires her if there is any handsome kind guy in her school. She says there's no such guys in the school and Ju-kyung's sister feels disappointed and asks her to think again. Now, Ju-kyung gets a call from Suho. She's shocked and asks him from where did he get her number. He says she's supposed to return him something and asks her to get it to the place he's at and sends her the address. She's confused about what she should return, the coat or the book, and whether to go with makeup or not. She decides to put makeup on half of her face and wears a helmet and goes to meet him. Suho asks her to hand over the thing to him. She keeps fiddling with the stuff in a bag, confused as to what to give him. When he asks, "Does it take so long just to give a book?" she finally realizes that he doesn't know that the girl from the school is also her. She gives him the book and is about to leave when he asks her to stay, for he has already ordered coffee for her. When Suho questions her how she is going to drink the coffee with the helmet on, She says she will drink it with a straw. Suho asks him why she's acting so weird and that everyone's looking at her. She excuses herself to the washroom. She washes her face and comes back, and then asks him where he got a number from. He says he got it from the book owner. Next day, Ju-kyung returns the coat to Suho. Everyone is in the field. Han So-jun remembers where he had seen Ju-kyung before and asks her to return his helmet. Ju-kyung is hit by a ball at that time and falls down. Suho walks past her without helping her. She thinks it's better this way than to be caught by him. Sua's boyfriend celebrates their 100th day with a surprise. They are about to kiss when one of the students throws the cake on them. They duck and the cake lands on Ju-kyung's face accidentally. She gets scared that if she washes her face, her real identity will be revealed, that is her bare face. Her friends come forward to clean her, but she asks no one to touch her. She runs from that place. Han So-jun is tying his shoelace when she jumps over him and runs to the ladies' room, only to find it fully packed. She then accidentally opens the male restroom, leading to a lot of chaos. She panics, not knowing what to do. Suho covers her head with his coat and takes her away. Han So-jun looks at Suho protecting Ju-kyung. The episode ends with this. Well guys, it was a great episode. Visuals here are a complete eye candy. I can't believe Han So-jun is in his late 30s and yet looks so young. The chemistry between both the main leads is great, but I'm more interested in knowing how Ju-kyung's story will turn out with Han So-jun, whether they take the same story as that in the webtoon or not. Kang So-jin is not a negative character here, unlike the webtoon, at least as of now. She was a total kick-ass when she caught that pervert. There are too many cringe and cliche scenes, especially those fall and catch ones, but because it is a light-hearted drama, so let's just brush it off. The dilemma that Ju-kyung goes through because of Suho is really funny. Makeup, no makeup, whether to give the quote or the book, the dilemma is real. Can't wait for Ju-kyung's sister to meet that cringe teacher. Finally, Suho helped Ju-kyung after knowing the truth or not has to be seen in the next episode. If you guys like the video, please give a thumbs up. Do comment your views on the episode and also give some love to your girl who's new to this blog. Do share and subscribe. Bye until next time guys. Stay tuned.